Hello, Captains. Your host, Brent Justice here, and welcome to another Star Trek Online video. Quite simply, this is going to be the start of doing the updated Delta Quadrant patrols that were released in the season update called Awakening. So basically, we know that there are a lot of patrols in the Delta Quadrant. They were there from the beginning. They removed them out of the story missions, and then you just had to fly to the planet to go find them. I actually did a playthrough recently on another character where I have played through all of the Delta Quadrant patrols. I can link you to that. It is my Omega character, a Riemann, that I'm doing a playthrough on, and I just recently did all the Delta Quadrant patrols. But now with this new season update Awakening, they have, I guess, revamped or updated or refreshed 5 of the patrols in the Delta Quadrant. Not all of them, just 5 of them. So that's what this video and the subsequent videos will be about. I'm going to play each of the revamped patrols and see what's new. That's pretty much it. As simple as that. I will be playing in advanced difficulty mode. Not sure if it kept my settings here, but I double check here. No, it didn't keep my settings. Advanced, apply. So there you go. Now you can see I am in advanced difficulty. So all my patrols that I'm about to play here will be in advanced difficulty. So they will be a little bit harder. But that should make it more interesting, won't it? I am on my main character, the Doctor. It's been a long time since I've actually done anything with my main character. So you'll have to forgive me. I'm a little bit rusty on this character because I've been grinding so many other characters. But I'm back to this one. This is my science character. This was the first character I ever made in the game 10 years ago. And right now I am flying the Science Spearhead, as you can see. So this is the Discovery ship. I'm using sensor linked and integrity linked phasers, and I'm using Elite Fleet gear on this. So Elite Fleet shield, Elite Fleet engine, Elite Fleet deflector. That's the build. So it's a phaser build with Elite Fleet gear on it. And that's pretty much it. I have been playing around with some new abilities on the ship, trying some like time abilities. I've got some of the temporal abilities on here, like rapid decay and channeled deconstruction. And then I got some intelligence things like evade target, and I've got subspace vortex. And this one here is a forced challenge. I'm just trying some new abilities that I'm not real familiar with, and I wanted to just kind of try them out and see if I like them or not. So this may not go the best because I'm not sure how to really use a lot of these abilities I'm trying right now, but that's the point, is that I want to try them out and see if I like them or not. Anyway, so this should be a good test of all those abilities. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into this. I think what we'll do to show you where these are is if you go to the new events tab, no, take that back. Go to the Task Force Operations tab, and you will have a Patrols tab. Under here, you will find Delta Quadrant. And here they are. These are the 5 Delta Quadrant patrols that they've revamped. So we've got Wanted, which is the Argala system, Satellite Defense, which is the Kelsid system, Gone Dark, which is the Nular system, Preying Upon the Weak, which is Farn, and Unity, which is Brothra. So what we will do is I will just make one video per patrol. How does that sound? So we'll start with Argala. Everybody knows Argala. You help the Benthans. And you are fighting Kazon or Hirogen in that one. So let's see what's changed on this one. Engage in a local operations to stop Kazon raiders that have been harassing other ships in the region. And of course, these are all the rewards we'll get: triple skill points, patrol mark package, experience points, expertise, dilithium, and dilithium or patrol daily bonus. So a lot of rewards in these patrols. And I'm just going to transwarp straight there and see what happens. Again, what we're looking for here is to see what's new and different about this patrol compared to previous. Admiral, I'm detecting an ongoing firefight. The combatants appear to be a Benthan Protectorate squadron and some Kazon. Well, so far, that's the same. Let's give the Benthans a hand. So far, same setup here. Nothing really different yet. I will get them in my gravity well.
Target shields have failed.
Like I said, I'm a little rusty on this character. A little rusty. It's been a while since I've done anything on this character. Okay, so far so good. Same thing. Again, remember, I am on advanced difficulty, so it's a little more difficult than it normally would be, but that was pretty simple.
You have entered an area controlled by the Benthan Guard. Our scans indicate your ship is armed and operational, and you have demonstrated your ability to assist in an ongoing operation. You will either join our squadron as a deputized Protectorate officer or clear the area immediately.
Again, so far the same. Deputized, you say?
You are now my deputy. We are here to apprehend a suspect wanted in multiple systems for crimes not limited to theft, coercion, destruction of private property, and murder. When you arrived, we were dealing with one of this criminal's lieutenants. We've tracked the suspect to this system. Your assistance in this matter is required and appreciated. Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
Maybe some more voice acting there? I'm not quite sure. But I mean, so far it's pretty much the same. Well, that's an interesting feature. It pulls them toward you.
Keep concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them and whittle down their numbers.
Shields have failed.
We will not go quietly!
Target shields have failed.
You will stand down and surrender to the Benthan Guard.
So far, I'm really not seeing any difference.
Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with bolt holes and temporary hideouts.
Target shields
Maybe some
have
more
failed.
voice acting. That's different, maybe.
Target shields have failed.
do what we want, where we want.
Target shields have failed.
Yeah, the
Picked up a tight beam transmission on a new frequency.
The
We're jamming
Kazon.
that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance.
Kazon are not that difficult.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed. Target shields have failed.
I'm taking you with me.
4 out of 5. Not bad. Not bad so far. Let's get close.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
That's the flagship right there. I think this is the last group.
Four shields failing. Target shields have failed.
That's got them. Excellent work.
Well, there we
We'll
go.
send over a pacification party, take the suspect into custody.
So I guess there's a little bit of a storyline with them now. A
Thank you for your
suspect.
assistance, and welcome to this sector. We recommend that you get underway and head for secure space. There's been a lot of turbulent activity recently, and multiple reports of danger to travelers.
Anything we
the
should be
Kazon
aware
have
of?
long been one of the more aggressive races in this quadrant. We've been cleaning up several Kazon raiding actions. They've been especially active, taking advantage of the recent chaos. We've also received information from some of our informants about ships that can eliminate Borg vessels easily,
Okay.
but it is hard to
The
separate
Vaudoir.
rumor and fact. We don't have any first-hand evidence of such attackers, but multiple parties have reported this.
Usually the Kazon don't have the technology to be a real problem. What's causing them to become more opportunistic all of a sudden? If there's something putting pressure on the other powers in this quadrant, the Kazon might be exploiting that moment of weakness. Maybe this fighting with the Borg is spilling over into neighboring parts of space, and the Kazon are looking for choice opportunities to raid for supplies. Let's be sure to include this in our report.
We have the suspect in custody now, and we also apprehended a fair number of his associates. This part of space will be safer without their influence. I'm dispatching medics to treat any wounded so they can stand trial, and an engineering team to ensure his ship is stable so we can tow it back to base. Thank you. We have it from here.
Okay, so I think I get the gist of this now. Let's not depart just yet. So look what we got. All these goodies. Yes. Absolutely. And I need discovery marks. 36 discovery marks. Okay, so here's what I gather from this update for Argala. More voice dialogue. There's more explanation of what's going on with the Kazon here in this that we're dealing with, and then why about this threat to the Borg, which is obviously the Vaudoir. furthering the storyline in the Delta Quadrant. As you play the Delta Quadrant storyline, you'll understand how all that develops. But this is a hinting at it from the very beginning, which is good because it needed that. This is one of the first patrols you play, is Argala, and that helps to set the stage for the Delta Quadrant storyline. But everything else was the same. I was expecting some kind of different combat or something a little different, but pretty much it was the same. Maybe they were in a different formation, I don't know, but pretty much the same thing. You capture the flagship at the end, and that's that. So just more voice to it, more explanation, more dialogue, more information, which is nice, but it's not as big of a refresh or revamp as I was thinking that this patrol would be. But we got more to play. Let's depart this system.
We have the suspect.
We got more to play, so maybe the other patrols will have bigger changes. We'll see, of course. But that played out pretty much the same, and it was on advanced difficulty, but it wasn't that difficult, honestly. But again, it's the Kazon, so I guess they are not one of the more challenging races to fight. So if we go back to the patrols thing, we will see now that you have a 20-minute cooldown before you can play it again. But the next one we'll do is the Kelsid system in the next video. I was also told that they have put back some of the patrols into the storyline. So if we go to the Delta Quadrant storyline, yeah, check this out. You play Escalation, and then of course Mindscape is like the first mission in the Delta Quadrant, and then Reunion. And then look at this, Friends in Unlikely Places is back. Patrol trouble spots in the Delta Quadrant. And then Revelations, All That Glitters, and then Know Your Enemies. That's another patrol section. And we've got Alliances, is that one? Better with Friends, that's it. Better with Friends. I'm not sure that all of them are here. I'd have to go back and check my list of what all of them used to be called and what the order is. I'm not sure if all of them are here in the mission thing, but at least some of them are back. They really need to fix that, though. They need to put them all back if they're not here, and they need to list all the patrols under the patrols menu. You'd think you would go to patrols and then you would find all the patrols. These 5 Delta Quadrant patrols are not all the Delta Quadrant patrols. That is just a fraction of all of them. There's a lot of Delta Quadrant patrols. So the thing is, yeah, they're showing us that these new 5 have been revamped or refreshed, but these are obviously not all of them. So that would be nice if they would put all of them here. And then they could put like a little star next to the ones they've refreshed or something, so you know that they're new and you can play them again and see what's new about them. That would be what I would do. But anyway, all right, that's Argala. Nothing huge there, just some more information and backstory, which is always nice, especially when you're playing the storyline of the Delta Quadrant. So I guess we'll do satellite defense in the Kelsid system in the next video. Thank you for watching this one, though, and stay tuned for that next video. Check out Twitter at Brent_Justice for updates. You can follow me there. Also, check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/Brent Justice. This helps support the channel and also allows me to publish more and more videos.